Welcome to Entrepreneur First's 4th Demo Day. We're very excited to have so many of you here, and it's a great pleasure that we will get to introduce to you over the next hour or so 9 amazing companies that we're very excited about. Now, I know for some of you, you are EF veterans and you've been coming to these since the very beginning, in which case, welcome back. Thanks for being here. But some of you, Entrepreneur First, may be new for. And so we're going to start with our now traditional preamble on why we're a bit different and why this is not yet another demo day, as I think they're increasingly known throughout London, indeed the rest of the world. The most important thing to know about Entrepreneur First is not an accelerator. So we do not accept applications at EF from companies. In fact, we think that the accelerator model is pretty broken. And that's why we wanted to build something entirely new in EF. And so what EF does instead is we take applications from exceptionally talented technical individuals pre-company, and with them, we build companies from scratch in 6 months at EF. So the people that you see pitched today over the next hour, we did not scour the world for their companies, we scoured the world for those individuals. And then over the last 6 months, they've worked together to both form teams, come up with what you see today, and develop the companies that I hope you will all invest in. We think this model really works, and we're really excited about its potential. We think that the reason that it really works is twofold. One, it allows us to attract the quality of talent that's simply unavailable through any other method. We believe that one of the most important facts about Europe is that even now, even when there's more investment activity than ever, most of the best talent, most of the people who will be amazing founders are locked up in traditional career paths. And when Alice and I started EF, the idea was always that if you waited for those people to come to you with a team and an idea and a business plan, then you were never going to pull them out of those jobs in banking, finance, consulting, etc. And so we've always taken this talent-first approach, and we hope that you'll be excited about what it's capable of achieving. The second reason that we think it makes it possible to build companies that couldn't exist anywhere else is our focus on deep technology. Hopefully, nothing you see today could be even remotely dismissed as copycat innovation. By starting with Europe's top technical talent, we're able to build companies that have products that really are at the cutting edge of what's possible, whether that's in machine learning and artificial intelligence, in virtual reality, in security, or a lot more. Our founding belief at EF is that in the future, all the most ambitious people will be founders. We believe that when we start EF, and probably now, the default career options for the most talented and ambitious people are not to start a company. And we think that's going to change, and we think it's already changing really fast. And we actually think that the accelerator model isn't fit for a world where this is true. And that's why we're building EF, we hope, to be the missing institution, the bit that fills in the gap between that ambition and actually having world-changing companies. And 6 months ago, we were sitting in another room not too far away, and we had our last demo day. And I'm pleased to announce that the companies coming out of that demo day have raised already about $15 million since then. In total, EF companies have raised over $50 million. And we're starting to see some extremely exciting results, particularly from the first batch, who are now getting quite old by startup standards. What's really exciting for us at EF is that, as you may have seen, a couple of months ago we announced that we've just raised our first multi-year fund, an £8.5 million fund to invest in up to 600 individuals over the next 3 years. And if we turn those individuals into fundable companies at the rate that we have in the past, this will make us the biggest producer of technology startups anywhere in Europe. And we're really excited to see what happens next, because we've now set ourselves up for a never-ending cycle of work, in that the next cohort starts 2 weeks yesterday, and we're pretty excited to see what they produce. I'm going to hand over to Alice to tell you a little bit about how that next bit's going to work.
So most demo days, we usually have some exciting statistic about talent and how our talent organisation is doing. And this demo day is no different. So EF is becoming the go-to destination for technical talent across Europe. For the first 3 years, we doubled technical applications year on year. This year, we quadrupled them, which is pretty exciting. And that technical talent is the talent that's going to feed in and produce those 200 or so companies that Matt was just mentioning. We're not just focusing on technical talent straight out of universities, and this is one of the big changes for EF. We're now accepting applications from anyone of any age and any stage of life. And some of the founders that you'll see today are straight out of industry, they're straight out of postdocs, PhDs, or they're straight out of startups. Some of them have built their own startups in the past. So it's no longer just a program for graduates. This is something that anyone with a technical background can do. EF5, the cohort that joins us in 2 weeks' time, is the first EF cohort at scale. So this is the first cohort that will have almost 100 people in it. As you can imagine, we're slightly nervous about the onslaught of 100 people joining us, but really excited. And there's one key element to making that possible, and that's the EF team. We're very lucky to have an amazing group of people supporting EF. And over the last year, we've been building out the team to make sure that we can support these 100 founders and 600 founders over the next 3 years. The full-time EF team, all of whom are with us today, have been absolutely exceptional over the last 6 months. And we'd like to say a big thank you to our talent team, who have managed to bring in or quadruple the applications, but also to the program team, who have turned these individuals into startups over the last 6 months. Particularly thank you to Alex and Jade at the back, who have been leading this program. So can we give Alex and Jade a quick round of applause? It's slightly unfair to do this before you see the results, but I assure you the results are very strong. The other important part of our team, though, is making sure that we can access or allow our startups to access the very best expertise and support. And this is where the venture partners come in. We now have 6 venture partners, and I think this means that we probably have one of the most experienced teams of any European early stage investor. We have 6 former entrepreneurs turned investors who work on a weekly basis with our startups. This means our startups have access to consistent mentoring from the beginning to the end of their time with EF. This is something that I think very few accelerators do effectively, and is something that we're very proud to be able to provide. So we'd like to thank Chris, Wendy, Phil, Joe, Nadav and Chris for their support over the last 6 months, and we look forward to having them as a full part of the team for the next couple of years. So also, why not? Big round of applause for them as well. One of the other elements that we've added to the team is our science partners. These are 10 academics from some of Europe's leading institutions who can provide our startups and give our startups access to cutting-edge academic support as they're building their products. Anyone from Zubin Garamani, the head of machine learning at the University of Cambridge, to Andy Davidson from the robotics department at Imperial. It means that our startups truly can focus on building deep tech companies, and they have the support to do that. I think there are a couple in the room today as well, so definitely try and grab their ear. But enough about EF and enough about where we're going. Today is all about EF4, our current cohort. To give you a little bit of context, as you may have realised from Matt's talk, they joined us as individuals 6 months ago. So in March, this was a collection of 34 individuals. You're going to see 9 companies today that are the output of those individuals turning into companies, developing ideas, and getting to the stage where they have, hopefully, a fundable business. We're really, really excited about them, and today is very much about investment. They are all looking for investment. They're all SEIS eligible, and I hope that by the end of today's, you'll be throwing piles of cash, notebooks, checkbooks even, credit cards, whatever it may be. To give you an idea, there's going to be pitches. They're short, they're sweet, they're meant to be 3 minutes, they're probably going to be 4 minutes, but they're going to be relatively short. And then we've got an hour and a half out in the area over there where you can speak to the startups that you're most interested in. You should have had an invite as part of your invite to today, but there is a party tonight at Second Home from 7 o'clock. Please do come down, come and meet this cohort, meet the next cohort, meet our alumni, and enjoy a couple of beers or glasses of wine on us. A couple of logistics, Wi-Fi. These are login details, they're going to stay out there. But please do tweet. The hashtag is EF4, and our Twitter handle is @EFLondon. And then this year we also have, as we did last year, we have an app that should make it easier for you to connect to the teams that you most want to speak to. It's demoday.joinef.com. You can request introductions, you can find out more information about the teams, and it has a lot of the information that's in the booklet that hopefully all of you have as well. So without further ado, I think we're going to get started, so I'll hand you back to Matt, who will compare. But thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate the support, and look forward to catching up with you afterwards.